Max session 44? Yes, 44. Fallout Texas Rising. Last session, we did a little bit of work at Raven's Nest. These guys also discovered more information about the Blood Spitters and Phantom Stalkers, and you've received information that Senior Squire Thompson has gone radio silent, along with several other scouts and patrols in and around the area of the secret vault near Los. You have been given a new mission. You'll be going with a large contingent of Brotherhood of Steel paladins and knights and scribes into the area around Los to try and find out what's been happening to all of their patrols and scouts. While there, you guys will be splitting off. Your specific objective is to infiltrate the secret vault again and bring it down, essentially, once more into the breach. So that being said, you're currently still at Raven Watch. You have geared up a little bit near the end of last session. How would you guys like to proceed? And do keep in mind, you could actually choose to not do anything and just let the Brotherhood contingent go to the secret vaults on their own and let whatever happens there happen without any interaction from you.
Well, I think we're good with going.
Okay.
I mean, I know Slash would be definitely up for the task. He wanted to do it before they were ready to do it, so. I have a mechanic. Question. Here we go. Not a mechanic. Anyhow, the accurate quality on a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I've read this magazine, Take Aim Army Style, and basically it says one aimed attack made with a weapon. So basically I spend my minor action instead of moving to aim. I guess. So to take an aim action, I think is a aim is a minor action.
Yeah, aim is a minor action. Yeah.
And then what does aim do? That allows me to re-roll a d20?
I believe that was it, yes.
Okay.
Minor actions. Reroll 1d20 on the first attack roll you make this turn. So
okay.
1d20 from the first attack and only the first attack.
Got it. And then the accurate quality of a weapon. What does that mean? Like, do you have to have accurate to use the aim, or
no?
Does the accurate give you enough? Okay, I'll shut up.
Accurate is if you take the aim minor action before attacking with an accurate weapon, you may spend up to 3 AP to add 1d6 per AP spent to the attack's damage. If you gain damage in this way, you may not spend ammunition for extra damage. A weapon cannot be both accurate and inaccurate. So basically, you could use
like a
that,
sniper or a hunter rifle. Got it.
Yeah, you could use that to kind of get extra fire rate, or it's in place of fire rate really, but it uses up 8 action points instead.
Yeah. Okay. So. Take Aim Army Style basically lets me do that once with a weapon that does not have the accurate quality.
Mm-hmm.
Basically is what that does. Okay, now I understand. All right, so it says one aimed attack made with a weapon which lacks the accurate quality may inflict 2d6 plus 2d6 damage.
Does it say anything about spending AP?
No.
Okay. Then it's not exactly accurate, but it's like as long as it is missing accurate, then you get kind of a partial benefit of what accurate would be.
Right. So, and it's just one aim. So I guess I have to take the aim action.
Yes. You'd have to take the aim action before rolling the d20s.
Right. Okay. So and I'm sorry I'm asking all these questions, but I just want to make sure I get it right before. So taking the aimed action, that means I don't move. Is that what that is? So we have the major action and then a move action, or do we have a major action, a minor action, and a move action?
So our house rules gives you major, minor, move. The move being 5 squares. But if you want to use get the full 10 squares, that is the minor action movement. So you could, however, if you're aiming, that does indicate no movement in order to actually properly set the weapon and not have any kind of movement. So if you want to take the minor action aim, it does remove your movement, even the 5 square movement.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. All right. Now, I'm clear. Now, after the fact, when I level up and I have this red magazine and I take the perk, I guess we can come to that beforehand, but I just, try to figure out, does that happen? Yeah. How's the mechanic after that? So we'll just need to look at that. We don't have to do that right now. But before we level up or at level up or whatever, I'd like to look at if I take that perk, how does that work?
You got the magazine on your inventory still?
Yeah.
What was it called?
Take Aim Army Style. I think is the name of the book. Yeah.
Yep. There it is. Let me open it up, and then let me open up perks. There's perks. And let's see. So the perk is Take Aim Army Style. Same as... Oh. Well, that's interesting. There is no actual perk. Take Aim. There it is. I had it spelled wrong. One aimed attack made with a weapon which lacks the accurate quality inflicts +2 DC 6.
So I just have to...
Yeah. It's every turn you can do that, it looks like.
What? Okay. Right.
If you take that perk.
Right.
And if you level up this time and do not take the perk, it goes away as an option until you find another copy of the magazine.
Got it. All right. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Sorry to waste 10 minutes there, but I had to get the clarification on that.
No worries. That's you're sitting there, you're training with the other Brotherhood members, just getting a feel for their mannerisms and methods of using their weapons and how they take aim.
I'm like,
you're taking notes on all that and figuring that out and thinking, I might do a little bit better in this coming fight near the secret vault.
Yeah, because I'm kind of a spray and pray.
Yeah, so you're hanging out with the paladins who are using single shot weapons and watching how they're like, oh, you just put out more bullets per second with that single shot weapon than I do with my submachine gun. How did you do that? And so they kind of show you.
Yeah, inflict more damage. Yeah.
I was like, you took the head off of that target with a single shot weapon. All right. Any other questions? Preparations?
Not that I can think of.
All right, Eugene?
I think. All right. One wound on that. That's good.
I'm good to do that thing if you want.
Okay. Let me prepare a little bit over here. If you'll... Oh, you sent me 5 minutes. Okay, that's fine. If y'all send me a direct message on Discord while we're streaming, let me know, because I do not get the notifications while I'm streaming. It completely mutes Discord while I'm streaming.
Gotcha.
It's that streamer mode gets enabled and all that jazz. So if you'll start streaming in the voice chat there, don't hit play because I need to make a few adjustments over here once I get your stream pulled up inside Discord.
Okay.
All right, so I'll give a little bit of preface here while you're getting that ready. So slash, as you're getting your Pip-Boy, you got your Pip-Boy back from the text and everything, and you're messing around with it. You're checking. You see, it's running a little bit slower than it used to. Not a lot noticeable for the few things that you do with it. But you know that like you're not going to be hooking it up to a network again anytime soon to do any kind of complex calculations. But as you're playing around with it, you find that there's a file here that you don't recognize. And Eugene, are you streaming yet, Eugene? Oh, there it is.
There should be now.
So let's. Oh, come on. Buttons. Let's watch stream, and then I need to make it. Can I make it full screen? Can I make it full screen, please? I don't want to share mine. Stop watching. Fort Providence. Nope, I can't make. Okay, let's see if I can make that go away. Nope, I can't make that go away. So, all right, hang on a moment while let's switch to that. Let's switch to that. Ignore the other stuff that's on their stream, people. While I do.
What was that? Wizard of Oz, don't look behind the curtain.
Don't look behind the curtain. I got the curtain closed. Don't look behind it. Ignore some of the other stuff that looks a little bit weird at the moment. I switched the live is over on the chat thing, so it's already played the next quest is going to be on this date. But yeah, we'll have to come back to that. Yeah, I'm having to modify the size on the image because I don't want to like broadcast all of the other Discord things on there. Just that little bit of stream. Okay, there we go. All right, we're ready. Actually, not Eugene, Slash and Jack, you guys ought to pull up Eugene's stream on Discord as well. Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it. All right, we're ready when you are, Eugene.
Should be feeding audio too, so just let me know if you can't hear it.
Okay.
This is Eugene of the Brotherhood, running diagnostic test 64 on Pip-Boy 3000.
It is a little low.
Date February 4th.
Yeah.
2388.
Quite low.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Somewhere around 0300 hours. Running some diagnostics after some
Better?
issues with the CPU.
Yeah.
Getting burned up. Commencing tests. Boot sequence looks good. Vitals are showing good. Nick's in the green. Log showing good, 0 errors. 1 warning down from 23. Any and all attempts to clean any more Brahmin spittle are proving ineffective. 1 warning is within acceptable parameters. Let me finish it up quickly. Radiation meter does seem to be working just fine. Flashlight's functional. Small issue with the date. Overflow issue once it goes over 2100 years for some reason. Set date to 2088. Just do the math in your head to get the accurate date. Time seems to be okay. Maintenance works just fine. Map seems fine. Testing radio. Seems to be fine. Ugh, this hand of mine. The antenna seems to be fine. Alright, everything seems to be within acceptable parameters. Last test is ensure that the cuff works just fine. Goes fully functional, latches functional. Tests prove effective. Pip-Boy is back in working condition within standard parameters. This is Eugene signing off. I'm gonna try to get some sleep.
That was cool.
All right. One, I'm really jealous. I've got one of the original Pit Boys that you put your phone into.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I do not have that. That's from the show, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Jealous. Two, you find this on your Pip-Boy there, Slash, like a repair log or something has been added to your Pip-Boy, and you watch that in between your gun practice.
Well, I know what I'm going to be doing on my spare time. I'll be watching this. There's like a tutorial. Is that how you say it? I don't know, maybe. Yeah, all right.
And I'm guessing I walked past it during the test for radiation.
Yeah, I was thinking that when the rad spiked, I'm like, yeah, maybe I was in the middle of drinking a Nuka-Cola, or maybe Jack walked by.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else, the party beds down for the night and prepares to leave at first dawn with the rest of the Brotherhood unit. Excuse me. You will be taking a mixture of Humvees. You notice that most of the Humvees are pretty much the same, all with the Brotherhood logos on there, etc. Your Humvee, of course, does not have the Brotherhood logo. It's one that they fixed up for you. But since you've not officially joined the Brotherhood, it doesn't have the Brotherhood logo on there. There are a few other smaller two-person vehicles, a couple of pickup trucks, and that kind of thing. That are moving along with it. They're really kind of putting in a lot of manpower into this excursion since they've lost about half a dozen patrols, not to mention Thompson's whole unit in that area. With the vehicles, you can travel 2 sectors a day. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, sectors. 7 counties. I suppose they might actually call it sectors instead of counties, since we're dealing with the Brotherhood. So 7 sectors divided by 2. We're looking at 3.5 days to get here, where the fireplace is. Once you arrive there, the scouts, the advanced scouts, report back heightened activity of phantom stalkers, and they believe blood spitters, although they've only seen the footprints of the blood spitters. But they definitely see packs of phantom stalkers all throughout the area in the dashed outlines there.
Mm-hmm.
The current Brotherhood commander of this expedition will find, the party, and he'll ask you, do you want to split off here, or do you want to stick with the main force as we get a little bit closer?
Well, we could if you think that would be more beneficial, but as far as splitting off, but I think probably better to keep with the group for a little while longer, and then look to Slash and Eugene.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was looking at my Pit Boy. Oh, thanks, Eugene. Anyhow, I'm going to use this. I'm going to be able to fix my own Pit Boy now. I'm watching you. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to fix it. You were just watching it after you fixed it, weren't you? Dadgummit. All right, well, maybe you're going to have to make me a video on showing me how to fix things. This was just checking on what you did afterwards. Man, I've been looking at this thing thinking I was figuring out how to fix it, and now I just realized that anyhow. Did we tell them how to fight these guys? I mean, that they don't like light, and they can wreck they can wreck power armor, something fierce. And I got my big sledgehammer now, so if we go toe to toe, I can break them up a little bit.
We were being asked a question.
Oh, yeah, we should stick with them, I guess. I mean, what do y'all intend to do? I look at the commanding officer.
Well, our objective is to just go forward in. We're looking for our lost patrols and Senior Squire Thompson's unit. And we're mostly going to be sticking together until we get to a certain point, not too far from Los, and what I understand is the entrance to the secret vault. And at that point, we're supposed to set up a FOB or reestablish the FOB that Senior Squire Thompson had, depending on how far we're able to make it. And then, for the most part, hold off whatever it is that took out our scouts and patrols and Thompson's unit if we don't find them.
Yeah, I would hate to see that guy open up that door. All them robots coming out. Yeah, let's go to the what'd you call it? An FOB?
forward operating base.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I guess we'll stick with y'all then.
Very well. All right, so you continue moving on. And
Does this Humvee have any weapon?
It does. I'm
Okay.
working on that right now. I'm getting your vehicles
Okay.
ready.
Before we move into the dashed line area, I just want to hop on my radio real quick and just this is Eugene confirming transmission.
Who are you trying to contact?
Was it Ravenwatch who was saying that they weren't getting any radio signals from these
Yes.
areas?
Yep, that's
Okay.
right.
So while we're outside, I want to verify that connection's good,
Okay.
that we can speak over the radio, and then as we go in, I'm going to periodically check in to see if it's a problem with the radio or if it's like there's nobody to communicate with. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
All right. Yeah, you receive back indication that the connection has been made. However, a few moments after, just the radio scribe responds that, yeah, we got your connection and everything. A few minutes later, a more gruff voice comes over the line and is very much like, is this a Brotherhood member using the radio? Speaking to you, Eugene.
Yes.
I expect to use proper call signs from now on when you contact back to base. Brimstone team, do you understand?
Affirmative.
All right. And then why is that not got an image? Dadgummit. I don't know. Doing too many things at once here. No, not close window. That was the wrong button.
My laugh is one of recognition.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, don't. Okay, go find that again.
As you're... which one did I pull over? This one, I guess. As you're continuing on, Eugene, you hear the other radio operators within the ranks of the main force of the Brotherhood using, this is, talking, they're saying, Ravenwatch come in, this is Brimstone over, things like that. And it just seems to you that you might have been not filled in on the operation name before leaving Ravenwatch. They seem to have neglected to tell your team this.
Okay. Gonna ask the other Brotherhood members here to fill me in if they can.
So one of the scribes, you actually recognize him as one of the scribes that was with you inside of the secret vault when y'all first went into it. And he's like, "Oh yeah, this is Operation Brimstone, and we got the temporary call sign of Brimstone team while we're out here." So yeah, just the commander back at base is kind of a stickler for using all the right call signs and everything. So yeah, no big deal. He won't get too mad at you. You are working with the our auxiliary people here, so.
Well, appreciate that. Wish it would have come sooner, but what can you do?
Right, yeah.
Brimstone, is that some kind of beer or whiskey?
It's a very old word term used for sulfur. And and is also supposed to be something that comes from prevalent in hell.
Okay.
All right.
So I guess we saw a lot of that, didn't we?
No. Well, there's plenty of sulfur around and shake a gun. But most of it in this case is bonded with a few other things.
Okay.
So as the group is traveling forward, you arrive at a place. It's getting to be late in the evening. You've been driving through the night with lights on and everything, of course. But you come to a bridge that you've crossed before. It's near a small industrial park. But as you get closer, the lead vehicle, suddenly slams on its brakes, bringing the entire column to a halt. And let's see. I'm going to turn on line of sight and player vision. Y'all should be able to see that map and see the how the bridge is out. Yeah, was the grid messing with you?
Yeah. The grid was a bit much.
Let me turn it down.
Yeah.
Because the grid's letting me
That's
place
right.
things correctly, but yeah, it was kind of in the way.
Much.
But it was only because it was the wrong color. Now that it's set to the correct color, we should be fine. So this bridge, now you know you've come this way at least once or twice now, and this bridge was perfectly fine during those times. In fact, this is the same route that you took when you first went to Los to try and find where the secret vault was. But now this bridge is gone. Well, mostly gone. And the rest of the Brotherhood column, the vehicles start backing up and turning around. They're going to go and try and cross on the north side. However, because you're near the front of the column, it's going to be a little while before your column gets to turn around, or your vehicles get to turn around. I know they're facing the correct way technically, but that's just the image. That's just the token I got for them. I mean, I suppose I could. Yeah, there's the yellow arrow facing the correct way. Can I get the... No, okay. All right, so it's getting late. The vehicles have their lights on. Let me do that. Good night. Good lantern. And this one. So you're not really using your power armor lights right now because the lights from the vehicles is, pretty well lighting up the area that you need. I didn't show those guys already. There we go. So you got 2 other Brotherhood paladins in power armor here with you, and 5 scribes. 5 initiates. They're acting as either as squires in a way, like they're squires in training, or they're the drivers. But they're all armed to some degree or another. And you're just kind of sitting here waiting for the rest of the column to get turned around and out of the way so that you can start turning your vehicles. What would you like to do?
Check the bridge, see how it fell.
Okay. Give me a investigation check. It is a difficulty of 2. I said investigation, but then that's not a skill we have. Do a survival if you'd like, or if you'd like to look for specific, like if you could say, I want to look for signs of explosives, then you could use the explosive skill instead.
Yeah, I probably want to try that.
Okay.
Guessing. Oh, it is.
You mind if I assist? with the explosives.
Please do. Is it set?
Yeah, difficulty is set.
Okay. Oh.
Ooh. So,
I need a success to. Okay, I'm
yeah,
gonna.
no need to roll slash unless Jack is going to
I'm
lug
trying
or
to luck
anything.
this.
Okay.
At least
Yeah.
try to get. Oh gods. Never mind.
All right. So you're not finding any real signs of explosives. And in fact, you're looking at it and you can't even tell if this is natural. Excuse me. Just over time, it finally collapsed, or if it was some kind of deliberate action. You're not sure.
Okay.
Anybody else can also check if they want to. It's just there's can't assist Eugene, or I'm sorry, can't assist Jack since he didn't succeed there.
Before I go to the bridge, I just want to check in with the Brotherhood, see if we're able to still communicate. So, this is Brimstone team checking in. Confirm receipt of transmission. Over.
Brimstone, Ravenwatch, signal loud and strong. Over.
All right, just checking in. Got a bridge out. Going to try to go around. Maybe a while. Got a good bit of backup from the other Humvees here.
Good copy, Brimstone. Keep us updated. Ravenwatch out.
Over and out. And yeah, I'm good to go to the bridge, and I'm less interested.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just saying I'm less interested of what caused it, and I'm more interested in how to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing if there's any way to reinforce this to allow vehicles over.
Okay. You guys should be able to move your tokens there if you'd like to, as you are moving around here. I don't have the or I've turned off token lock for the time being. Give me a, let's see, trying to a repair check.
Okay. Can I borrow an AP?
Sure.
You know, I said every time we're at 0.
You go right ahead. I'll take an extra AP.
What you doing, Eugene?
Let's see if there's any way to reinforce this to save us some time. I don't like waiting, especially out in the dark.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. We might be able to get some supplies or something from that building over there. I'm going to see if I can help you.
Yeah, if you can look for anything that looks sturdy, I'd appreciate it.
Well, there's a banger.
And
All right.
I'll go ahead and fish for an extra point.
Okay, cautious nature.
Yep.
Right. All right. So I can ignore that first roll because the second one is the re-roll, right? So that's the new total.
Correct.
5, so 7 successes when you needed 2. That's 5 action points. One day we're gonna have to go back to the you're capped at double action points. You know, just double the number of players. If you guys keep rolling like this. But then again, it's like there'd be so many times you'd have so many action points that just get wasted because there's nothing for him. So no, we won't cap him. I think capping them is a ridiculous idea. So
just means we get to be more risky. Just means we get to be more risky. Throw stuff where we need to spend 6.
Yeah. So you've decided that over. Let me get the ping. No, that's target mode. There's ping. you figure out that over here, while the middle area, there's no way you can bridge anything there without heavy construction equipment, and you're limited on time and everything, so that's not going to work out. But over here, there's enough of the underlying concrete still sitting right there, kind of like that dark stuff, darker areas of concrete still, like the foundational concrete. You believe that with a sturdy enough board or piece of metal, you can bridge this area right here. And then Humvees themselves, they're built for rougher terrain. They'll have no problem moving from the foundational concrete up to the sidewalk concrete, and then move on back over into the main road area.
Important lore question.
Mm-hmm.
How many suits of power armor does it take to lift a car?
It depends on how fast you want to lift the car.
Yeah, one of these destroyed ones specifically, not the Humvee.
You could take that one right there. You could push it in your power armor alone. Pushing it wouldn't be a problem. To lift it, you would need at least one power armor on either side.
Yeah, so my idea is to use the cars as a base to fill the gap, and then put boards or what have you over it.
Okay. I'm liking this.
A question. Ping. Here we go. Did we see the top of this building at any point?
Yeah, you've been through here before, so okay. Like there's a glass.
Do we have
ceiling.
any? Yeah. Do we have any welding, or do you think we could use those beams?
Give me a. What is repair based on by default? Is it intelligence? Yeah.
Most likely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, intelligence.
Give me a repair check. Well, I was even going to give it to you with one success because I clicked the button a little right after you rolled, so I was bringing the difficulty down to 0. But you didn't even get one success. So,
Yeah, I know, right?
Not Jack. Man, I'm mixing your names up today. I do not know why. Just bear with me, if you will.
Problems.
Slash goes over to the Humvee and pulls out. You got like a couple of different tools in Humvee that's meant for on the road repairs of the Humvee kind of thing. So there's a makeshift welder in there, and then
Eugene?
Slash grabs the makeshift welder and starts walking towards the building.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's going, he's like, guys, I got a great idea.
I'm waging growth, and this needs to go here, then I'll need to reinforce that. So I'm just looking at the bridge. I'm not paying attention.
I grabbed the welder and a couple of the grunts there. Hey, let's go get some of these beams. We'll lay them across there, and we'll get it done right.
All right, well, let's see if one of them can steer you right.
Please.
Hey.
Apparently.
So the first one you grab, he looks over at the building and looks at what Eugene's doing and kind of figures out what Eugene's idea is, and is like, either Squire Eugene will be done with his idea first, or the column will have been moved out in time for us to go around as well by the time we get any of those beams off of that building. Because you're going to have to find a way in the building first, deal with any mutated creatures that may be in there, or who knows, the phantom stalkers or blood spitters even, and then find our way up to the roof where those beams are safely, cut them out and lower them down safely, Because if you just cut them out and let them fall, well, then they could break, and then they're useless for what you're trying to do.
I just turn around and walk back over to where Eugene is, mid conversation, like with my head down, like, all right, and I just turn around and just.
Seeing your rejected body stature and everything, the initiate kind of a little bit louder as you're walking away. Like, but if we ever turn this into FOB, it's, you come and help us do the repairs.
Yeah, just kind of, throw up a hand like, yeah, I got it. No worries.
Good idea. Just
yeah, I know. No, it's like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
He understands that some of his ideas, are over the top, so he knows when to back down.
all right.
I'll walk over and ask Eugene, with sledgehammer in hand, we need to, crunch anything?
And I point to the two cars where Jack is around. Like, if you can smash up anything around there, I think we're gonna try to move those. So any debris that might catch our feet, if you can break that up, that'd be great.
All right.
But I look at the car, and look at the hole, and look at the car, and look at the hole. All right, I got this.
And
Okay. Go ahead, Jack. What you doing, Jack?
because it would impact how well this idea would work, and it's mainly, excuse me, and start shoving the car. Want to check to see if it will actually roll, or do we need to lift and throw?
It'll slide.
Okay.
Sure.
The tires are well gone. The parking brake, or it's just in park, whatever. Which means even without the tires, the rims, the steering column, all that, it's all locked up. So you're not going to really have any kind of directional control over it just by pushing without doing some kind of lift initially. But then also, looking at where Eugene's at it, you're taking a fairly educated guess that, at some point it is going to have to be lifted to be moved from here. My ping is gone. From here to get it over to this side and then turn sideways to get into the gap. Because this gap, here's this edge and then this edge, and then it runs diagonally.
Yep.
So it'll have to be lifted. You could push it from where it is up to here, but then after that, it's going to have to get lifted and twisted and turned and everything to fit in there.
Right.
All right, so I'll let you guys choose. We can either go and do a group roll to maneuver enough vehicles / scrap metal in there to pack that in enough to where the Humvees with their all-terrain capability can get over it. One group roll, or you guys can keep playing out a puzzle here. Up to you.
I think I would rather the group roll, but
I'm good. I'm good with the group roll.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess me and Jack can lift it, and Eugene can show us where to go.
So let me tell you what the rolls will be, and then you guys can decide who does what. There will be, for the ones lifting, or if you're pushing first, there will be athletics rolls. There will be repair rolls to determine exact angling and everything, get it in there so it doesn't just slide down into the hole and then fall into the river underneath, not catching on to anything. So you're going to have multiple athletics, at least one repair roll, and Yeah. And then there's going to be some other things that happen afterwards related to the exertion that you're putting out.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to lead the athletics?
I guess.
And I'll
I got
assist.
14, or do you have a higher than that?
No, I've got a +1 on athletics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Somehow this scrawny little ghoul is the... Okay. That's surprising.
Now, yeah, since it's a group rule, I would want to assist as well, lifting the car initially just to get it close.
Yeah.
And
All right.
intentionally, like making sure that it doesn't like go too far and then end up in the river before we can position it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got
Yes.
you. So
It's just nature.
Yeah,
cautious
yep.
nature, yep. All right. So since you're going to help with that, now there's going to be two separate roles, because you got to have one person on either side of the vehicle to lift it. But if are you going to be lifting first or just pushing first?
I was thinking pushing, but if we've
Okay.
got 2 people, we can lift. So,
Yeah.
So it's up to y'all.
I think lifting would be less noisy.
yes.
Then for the lifting, you're going to have a person on either side. They're both going to make their own individual roll. Since they're not technically assisting each other at that point, they are lifting their own side of the vehicle. And then the third person can assist either or direct the lifters.
Okay.
So, who's going to be lifting? Who's the primary lifters? I know we got Jack. It's probably the first one because athletics.
Yeah.
I have an athletics of 1.
So, and you and Slash both have the exact same stat for athletics and strength. So it really doesn't, stat-wise, it doesn't matter which one of you is a lifter and which one's assisting.
Does the cautious nature help you with this?
If I spend an action point to do it, then I can reroll what I have to spend.
Right.
Honestly, I think Eugene would go and attempt to lift it even in the power arm and just, I'm going to help y'all guide this.
Okay. So we got a guide. Very good. So difficulty is set at 2. I need a athletics check from Slash and Jack.
Okay. Rolling.
Both of us.
Oh, well, that's... Okay, luck. Don't want to use them all up.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
So you got 3 successes. That gives you an action point.
Or is he tagged or a 1 is always a crit? Okay.
One's
Sorry.
always a crit.
Yeah. forgot.
Where's your roll at, Slash?
I haven't rolled yet. I was waiting for him to complete, and then I was going to roll. So
Well, that's
that's
why
not-
I was prompting you to go ahead and roll.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Was my intent.
Oh.
Nice.
So 2 action
What
points.
in the? I was not expecting that at all. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Me neither. I'm now down 2 action points. I'm used to being the one that has all the action points
Right.
instead of you guys. So you get the vehicle lifted up. With those successes, you're all you got it lifted. You've engaged your power armor, servos, and everything correctly, and so you're holding this vehicle in the air pretty stable. And Eugene, you're going to do
With lots of AP.
You're actually, I forgot this one earlier. You're going to do a speech check as you're guiding them into the right spot.
Can I
Okay.
assist? As in,
No,
like,
no.
asking questions, basically, like, oh, what do you mean exactly?
That's a good way of putting it, but I don't know if I'd really consider that as assisting.
It's a clarification.
No.
Okay.
Question: can I use speech intelligence since I'm
Yes.
directing it into a specific spot? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do I know the difficulty?
Difficulty 1.
One. I'm still going to spend a point. So
Yeah.
caution.
Okay.
So
You got
I
plenty at
click
this point.
intelligence.
We got it.
And then speech.
Yeah, click intelligence, then speech. Yep.
Yeah, that should do it. Ooh.
Oh,
Cautious
Lord.
nature. Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my goodness.
Luck. Oh, I guess not. Let me reroll this, right? So
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah,
Right,
I'm burning
lucky in the
luck
12.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
No. So yeah, I've got to get a 9. 9 or lower. Luck the other one.
There we go.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
All
So
right.
I'm glad I'm so cautious.
Let's see if I got another vehicle token here. Yeah, it doesn't look exactly the same, but
Sure.
it'll work.
Yeah, after we shove it in the hole, that's what it's going to look like.
Yeah, I'm going to rotate it to the... too far. There we go. So you get it moved over to here. Just about. And now, because rotating it is going to have to be kind of like a rotate it and then push it, because there's nowhere for one of y'all to stand over here. So you get it there. Eugene is, after a couple of stumbles, he's able to accurately direct you into the right location. And then he now is telling you, all right, we're going to have to rotate the vehicle. And so you guys are still go and give me another athletics. The difficulty is now 1 because you already got it lifted. Now you're just making sure you maintain your grip and everything on it as you begin to rotate the vehicle. That's an action point earned. Slash. That's another action point earned. All right. So you are able to rotate it. Okay. Now comes the other part. You're going to have to set it down now and push it into place. Eugene, before they set it down, you need to do a repair check to make sure that if they set it down here, a direct push will put it into the right area. It is going to be a difficulty 2.
Okay.
Gosh.
I'm gonna fish.
Still earned 1 action point back anyway. So yes, they have it in the right spot. All you got to do now is, 1 or 2 or all 3 of you push it into the gap and it'll fall in. And you believe that this one car will be enough, and then the Humvees will be able to just drive right over them. So who's going to be the lead pusher? Push, push, push.
I guess I will.
All right. Are you doing it cautiously or just trying to get it done and over with? Excuse me.
I want to do it cautiously. What they do is up to them. Like I want to try to guide it in from the side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so that's going to be a combined roll there. The kind of cautious you're talking about. is you're both going to have to succeed. Him at athletics, you at repair. However, there's another level of caution we're talking about here. There was somebody who mentioned earlier about the noise.
Noise.
Yes. Trying not to do it noisy, so do you want somebody to roll sneak or survival to...
No, this is how cautious you're going to be about noise will only determine the difficulty.
Okay. Yeah, I would kind of want to do it somewhat less noisy.
Okay. Put it on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the quietest and 0 rather, being the loudest. You are basically choosing your own difficulty.
Right.
Yeah,
Choose your difficulty.
I think 3 might be doable.
Okay. So here's this one's going to be a little bit of a weird one, all right? The difficulty of successfully pushing the vehicle into the gap is technically a 0. The difficulty of getting into the gap in the correct way is a 1, and that's where your role will come in, Eugene, with the repair. So your Jack is going to be pushing, you're going to be guiding it, making adjustments with the repair skill to get it into the right spot. And then the difficulty 3 is, do you do it quietly enough or not? So, everybody ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And just, by the way, the difficulty on the quietness and difficulty for the actual push is going to be based off the same roll. So your athletics roll, Jack, will be tested both against getting it to the gap and the quiet level.
All right.
So we'll go with your rolls first, Jack. Or your roll, rather.
All right.
Okay. You can re-roll that 15 if you wish. Or, Slash can assist you there. It's like he sees you're going too fast, he'll grab it and pull it back a little bit so it's not so loud. Oh.
Okay.
All right, so let's
That
see. That's two action points earned. Okay, so now we need one more success from Eugene on the repair. That is a difficulty 1. Ready when you are.
No Amy's, no Amy's, no Amy's.
All right.
I'm not going to cautious. I'm not risking a complication.
Yeah.
Seriously, you got it.
Right.
So you're able to push the vehicle. It gets kind of loud. You all feel like you're right there with it. It is loud. It's metal scraping against concrete. There's no way to avoid that. But it doesn't create a overly loud thing. It kind of you feel like from a distance it may sound a bit like, oh, the wind's blowing against this metal piece and it's creaking, and the crash at the end is like, oh, it was just on its last leg. It finally fell off of the building. So you feel that things went fairly well here. Give me one more observational repair check there, Eugene, to see if you're confident in this makeshift bridge now. I put the difficulty to 0 for you on this one.
All right. Am I still allowed to buy stuff?
Oh, yeah. Anytime you want to spend your action points, you go right ahead.
Oh, I saw that too.
It's almost a 20.
I'll re-roll
The
this
18
time.
was almost. Look at.
Holy cow.
We've been critting like crazy today.
That's the last difficulty 0 you guys get ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Ever.
15 in repair, man. And I crit on a 6.
Yeah, you don't get difficulty 0 on repairs anymore. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. The situation always determines the difficulty, but that's man. This is the first time the action point pool has been this lopsided in the player's favor.
I think once it was like that, but it wound up getting spent in one round.
Yeah. All right. So, Eugene, you are very confident that this little makeshift bridge will last for at least 2 or 3 Humvees going across, and then it may dislodge that vehicle after the 2nd or 3rd Humvee. You're not sure how many, but at least 2 should get across, you hope.
Okay. I'm going to go up to one of the paladins and say, permission to speak, sir.
Granted.
We've constructed a makeshift bridge. Should hold 2, possibly 3, to get a scouting party across while the others go around.
Load up. Send.
Yes, sir.
He turns to the other paladin, who, based on the insignias on his armor, he's a slightly less senior than the one that you went to. He orders him to take a couple of the initiates and get across the bridge first to scout out on foot, while everybody else gets the vehicles ready to go. All right, we're going to put you guys with your vehicle, put them with theirs. Then can I select? No, I cannot. Oh well. You guys should have control over your vehicle. The paladin and initiates go across. They get up to the edge of this vehicle here. They're looking around. Oh, that was the double click. They do technically have their lights on. And then they token light. They signal back and they say, "Come on!" And they give the wave to come on over as they indicate that it's clear for the vehicles to come through. Do you start up your vehicle?
Who drives? Is that
Well, I'm glad you asked. Click on your combat tab and click on weapons, switching it over to vehicle, and choose your position.
Does the cannon drive?
No, the drive it's got like a steering wheel icon in it. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, to the right, the orange icon. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It has a seat and then a steering wheel sticking out of it, and you're on passenger now, Eugene. So y'all got and passengers can shoot with their own weapons, or somebody can get onto the actual 105 millimeter cannon, which looks like that's what Jack is going for.
Yeah, I intentionally.
Yeah.
I kind of look at who was going on the gunner.
Jack.
At this point, me.
There we
go. I've got decent piloting skills and perception, so I'm gonna.
Got a 9. If I have the highest, I guess I can drive it.
Yeah, I got 8 perception, 6 pilot, no tag.
Oh, sixth pilot, you drive it, buddy.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. See, Jack get on the back.
Tagged or not, you driving.
All right. Go back to combat. All right.
Pulling up the Wonders guidebook, so we got rules for vehicle combat just in case.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. That vehicle that you're in has a 105 millimeter cannon and two miniguns on it.
Yeah.
So just so y'all know, I don't want two people on the same weapon that's technically only has one weapon, or one copy of.
Yeah.
But
I'm on Mini 1.
Yep, you're on Mini 1. Jack's on the 105 cannon, and we got Eugene driving. All right. As you start up the vehicles, in the distance, you hear, and you're not sure what distance. You've only heard it once now, so you're not entirely sure what direction it was coming from. But you do hear that in the distance.
Is this turret mounted? Is it fixed or turret mounted?
I'm looking.
Yeah, I've just that.
Because it's a good question.
Yeah. I look over at Eugene and I'm like, these reclaim urine, right? Oh, probably. Wait a second. Am I in my suit if I'm on the minigun?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll allow it for now until I find some reason it shouldn't be that way. But yeah, it's fine.
Good point. Am I driver's seat? Would I need to be out of my armor?
Yeah, for the driver's seat, you need to be out of armor.
Okay, so I'll just mount it on the back,
Yeah.
the armor on the back, and then hop in, put my arm on.
All
And
right.
I yell at Slash, you need an extra module for that.
Oh, no.
So the 105 millimeter cannon is fixed. I don't have it doesn't actually tell me that in the rule books, so I'm having to come up with my own. But the 105 is fixed. The minigun 1 is on a swivel, but it's only on the left side. Minigun 2 is on the starboard side, so port and starboard.
I'm going to change over to Mini 2 then.
Okay.
Oh, not sure.
Because as we're going across, the right side will be, pointed towards the other side, right? Yeah, the right side would be, on this side.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. As you get your vehicle started, the creature roars in the distance. We're going to leave your tokens in the back over here for now, since we're focused on the vehicles. Let's put what is your initiative, Eugene, since you're the pilot?
How is that calculated?
There it is, 14.
It's on your combat tracker? On your combat tracker,
Yeah, you're right, 14.
All right. So the vehicle moves at the driver's initiative, and then everybody else goes on their own initiative inside the vehicle. So, if I am remembering those particular rules are not like something we need to look up. We're close enough to make it work. As you start making your way across, you see the Brotherhood Paladin up front. He's just looking around. His light on his helmet is, scanning the area. You can tell where it's at because it's unlike what I can do with Fantasy Grounds. It's scoped out, so you can see on the ground where the circle of light is hitting. And it's just kind of looking around. There's other vehicles over there, lots of debris and everything. But as he turns to the right, you see the quick flash of, excuse me, of skin, mutated skin. Where is it? Reset. Nope. Okay. What number is this? Number 1. As it quickly flashes forward, moves forward, his light flashes off its skin. It's reflective. It's, kind of wet looking, but it moves so fast you're not entirely sure what it was. And then that paladin is knocked down, and he's off the bridge now. His light fades with him.
Right.
I yell on the radio, contact, we got contact.
Let's see. Give me a moment while I fix a couple things here.
I'm surprised.
There he is. All right. Then, oh, come on. Let me move it. Why can't I move it? Because I'm on the wrong layer. All right. You guys can see what the vehicles see, right?
Yeah.
Looks like it.
So as you move forward, you see the 2 initiates that went with the paladin. They're circling up. They're getting back to back, and they're just kind of looking back at the vehicles, back around them. And as soon as your vehicle clears the makeshift bridge, both of these initiates come running over and start banging on the door. It was like, come on, let us in, let us in.
Am I able to open the doors remotely, or if I can't, just tell them, hop in the back kind of deal?
Okay. One of them goes into the back, standing next to Jack, as Jack is manning the 105 millimeter, so he'll kind of watch Jack's back. The other one jumps into the vehicle, and let's see, is there a way I can add him to the vehicle? Because he'll take over the other minigun. Crew. No, it does not appear as though I can. I'm coming. Okay, well, we'll try to figure that out as time goes on. Oh, I got the wrong one selected here. No, that is y'all's. Okay. I put the initiative on the wrong one. That's what happened. And this one here is the Brotherhood one. Okay. Can I add crew to it? I should be able to, but it's not letting me.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do it this other way. Do it like this. There we go. All right, so you guys got number 1 and number 2, which means...
No, I got number 2, and then he's got the cannon.
3, 4,
Got all weapons.
5. No, I'm talking about the initiates. Which ones went where?
Yeah. Oh.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
So he is piloting. Gunner. And now, actually, I could, if I do it the right way, Sorry, this is the first time we're doing vehicle combat, so there's a little bit of setup here.
Oh, good. We got a toy.
Yeah, it's a nice toy. Passenger. Okay.
Yep.
I would like to do something, so let me know.
Okay. I will let you know here in a moment. Just put that there. Who is the gunner on yours? Number 2. So where do I set that at? Okay. So the one that's in your vehicle, I will have to get you guys to do some rolls for me sometimes, potentially.
Fine.
Unless that does. Oh, that does it. There we go. So you're on number 1 or number 2?
Shoot.
/ number 2. All right. So he's on number 1. There we go. Took me a moment. Apologies. And I'll need this to be there. Okay. So, we will go to top of the round. Since all the creatures that you've heard so far, they're still in the darkness. You haven't seen them yet. Why did he get put back out there? Why is he?
Can I, while the guys were getting in, can I do something?
Yeah.
Let me shoot a flare.
Oh. Okay, shoot your flare.
Thinking the same thing, man.
So I'm gonna shoot it somewhere over in that area.
Well, in this case, you're in the open, so shooting it straight up
Oh,
is
okay.
going to be
Gotcha. Okay.
the thing to do. Let
All right.
me go change the lighting to that.
All right.
So yeah, while they're rushing in, I'm like, here. Boom. Oh, let me take off one of my flares.
All right. Might be a dumb question. Can 105 swivel, or is it truly a fixed mount?
You got forward-facing swivel, so
Okay.
180, like 90-degree arc in
Okay.
front of you.
Fine. Come.
Yeah, cone. All right, so the Brotherhood Steel Paladin who's piloting the other Humvee, they're still behind you, so he just brings the vehicle forward. Why is that? Do I have it targeted? Maybe that's what it is. Let's clear targets. Nope. That didn't do it. There's something weird going on with your Humvee. It's got a white outline on it that I can't get rid of.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, you have it too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. That is weird.
Don't know.
Yep. Oh well. Just gotta deal with it, I guess. Until we figure out what's making it happen. So your flare goes up. The Paladin drives the Humvee up into the back. You hear some more growling and everything. As the Phantom Stalkers all come out, you know, they're not liking the flare gun, and you see in the distance, you see a couple of blood spitters a little bit further away from you. Paladin can't do anything because the vehicle is there. Jack. So your firing arc, you have these would be within your firing arc right now.
Okay. think will it do that?
All right. Go ahead and make sure you target. Yep. And
That's what I
then
was trying to do.
fire away.
It's significantly closer, but yes. Alright. Okay.
That is a
I think the
miss.
difficulty is a 2.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, they got a defensive too.
Yeah. And that's what I can do.
All right. So, excuse me.
Yeah, well, I put a divot in the street. Well,
Excuse me.
and considering the size of 105, did the Humvee buck?
Yes.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons why it is mostly fixed with just a cone arc in the front, because if you turned it to the side and fired off the left side or right side, you are very likely to flip the Humvee.
Dual barrel
That'd be
roll.
funny.
All right. Anything else for you, Jack?
Aside from mall assist on, if that's an option, on our passenger shooting these two over here, right next to us.
No, the assisting while you're manning a weapon, you will not be able to assist anybody with anything else.
Right.
All right. So that brings us to your vehicle, technically, in the initiative order. So, Eugene, you got your piloting options right now.
All right, I'm gonna
How
do
far can this vehicle go?
So a maneuver will take a minor action. The vehicle moves to anywhere within close range. So another 5 squares that the vehicle can move. You can do careful piloting, which is a major action. The vehicle moves a number of zones equal to half its speed, rounding up. If required to make a terrain test, reduce the difficulty of that test by 1. Hasty piloting is a major action. The vehicle moves a number of zones equal to its speed. All tests made by crew or passengers are made at +1 difficulty until the start of the pilot's next turn. Defensive piloting is a major action. The vehicle moves a number of zones equals to its speed -1. The pilot then makes an agility pilot test with a difficulty equal to the vehicle's size. If it succeeds, the vehicle's defense increases by 1. Focused driving is a major action. Make an agility and pilot test with a difficulty of 1. On a success, the vehicle moves a number of zones equal to its speed plus an additional zone for each AP spent. All tests made by crew or passengers are made at a +1 difficulty until the start of the pilot's next turn.
I would suggest carefully running over those 2 guys over there.
So, vehicular attacks. There is specifically a ramming attack. The pilot of a vehicle that moves during its turn can attempt a melee attack against a target within reach using the pilot's endurance pilot. So you would have to use endurance pilot check with a difficulty of 1. If the attack is successful, it deals the vehicle's impact rating as damage. When a vehicle rams another vehicle or building, the attacking vehicle suffers half the impact rating, rounding up in physical damage. So in order to do the ramming, you would first have to take the maneuver minor, actually. And then you would maneuver into a creature, and then you'd roll the ramming attack.
Okay.
Do what
I'm
you
gonna-
want to do, but that would be my suggestion.
Ram him! Ram him! I'm gonna
Just
minor
watch out for the
action.
tank.
Yeah,
Yeah, there
I'm
is
gonna
a
do a
vehicle right there.
minor action to maneuver,
Okay.
and I'd like to look out of the side and then just. Are we able to see the paladin that was taken? Like, are they in view?
Um, he's gone. You
Just
see
into
blood
the darkness.
stains. Yeah, into the darkness. You see a few blood stains where the flare is shining enough light to, get to. But other than that, you don't see anything else indicating that he's alive or dead. There's not enough blood to say that he's bled out, but there's also no other signs of him.
Yeah. I'm going to take my flare gun out, and I'm not aiming it up. I am aiming it in like a 45-degree arc, just trying to get as much distance on that flare, just directly towards the blood splatter. So I'm trying to, just in case they're alive, I want to try to get a flare over there to help the paladin escape if they're not dead already.
Okay, hang on one second. Let me see if you can do that while being a pilot. It was a minor action to move. All right, so yeah, you can fire the flare gun. It's not going to. If you were firing a regular weapon at a target, you would increase your difficulty by splitting focus, and you would actually technically increase your difficulty for both driving and firing. But since this is just a flare gun, I will allow it without any issue.
Okay.
Okay, he's not really targeting anything. He's
Yeah.
just shooting it off that way.
So you fire it off that way while you're still trying to drive and not hit other vehicles or the stoplight posts and things. You think you saw drag marks, but you did not see any obvious there's the power armor or anything like that.
Okay. And I'm guessing that would be my major action, firing the flare off.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, well, I'm done.
Okay. 1 second. Jack, it is your turn. However, let me deal with a spam bot here.
Slash.
Yeah.
Slash, yes. My bad.
Okay.
I told you, today is just not my day for names.
That's fine.
I don't understand why, but... Okay, there we go.
Slash, open
That's
fire
better.
on that bot.
Oh, on the bot? Okay.
Yep, open fire on that bot.
Okay. Yeah, so Slash, you got the minigun 2. Minigun's range. Actually, I'm going to pull your characters over to the vehicle token, just so we got the range on there for certain things. Because you're on minigun and its range is medium. Yeah, so you're in range. You're all good there. Ready when you are for the roll.
Okay.
And I wonder if the audio files will work correctly for the minigun coming from the vehicle.
God, I hope so.
I should find one for the 105 millimeter cannon too. It did not work. Oh well. All right, that is a hit. You needed 2. You got 3, so that's an action point. Roll damage.
It has a fire rate of 5.
Uh-huh.
Does that mean I get 5 dice or 10 dice?
It's Gatlin, so I think it's 10.
Checking.
Qualities.
Oh,
Gatling.
there you go.
Gatling. Gonna re-spend ammo.
Yep, 2d6 per 10 shot burst.
There's a lot of blanks.
It is a lot of blanks. So how would I re-roll 3 of those, or is it not? Is that not a thing?
No, that's the thing. Hit the
Okay.
reroll button right next to the chat,
Re-roll. All right.
and then select 3 blanks to reroll.
All right, and then hit re-roll. Sweet.
Okay.
All right.
So did they
let's
come
go
up
to-
blank again?
Some
don't know.
you
Yeah.
increased by 2 damage.
Oh, okay. All right.
It did
Did
not
I?
apply the damage, however, which is.
I don't know.
Oh no, you attacked
What's
the
it?
blood splitter. There we go. It did apply the
Yes.
damage. Although it applied it incorrectly. Because it applied the first roll and then it applied the re-roll, so I got to change that to the correct number. All right.
Let's see. When you hit a, I have a. Go. Was there anything you wanted to say? I'm sorry.
No. If you got a perk or something, go for it.
Yeah. Perk Tenderizer. When you hit an enemy with melee or ranged, you can spend an AP to make them vulnerable until the end of their next turn.
Oh, and what does vulnerable do? Let's see.
Vulnerable increases the damage by my rank. I'll have 1 rank in it, so it'll just add in anybody attacking it or hitting it will get an extra DC of damage. That's all.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend that AP. I guess I'll do information, obtain information. I guess I don't know, whatever. Right. So now it's vulnerable. So anybody hitting it until the end of its next turn will get an extra DC of damage.
Okay. Now, you've got 15 damage available for 3 separate targets. You got burst 3, and you have spread 3.
Did I inflict a critical wound?
Yes.
All right. Bloody Mess. Another perk. When you inflict a critical wound hit, roll 1d6. If you roll an effect, you inflict 1 additional injury to a random location.
All right.
Good.
That's another effect. Roll an additional random location.
Okay. I don't actually have a way to roll a random location, I don't think.
I thought there was, but I guess maybe not.
There is when we target, it can roll a random location, but just
Okay.
I'm not seeing
2,
one.
5, 6. Head.
Head. Okay. We'll call him dazed.
All right. So now I have 3 burst, right? Okay. I'm gonna put. I guess I'll put 1 more into him. Do I just drag it?
Yep.
Did it do anything?
No.
There it
There
is.
it goes. And yeah,
Another
okay.
crit.
Yeah, he got another. He's now bleeding from the torso.
Can I get, roll another bloody mess?
Go for it.
No effect. All
No
right.
effect. Thank goodness.
All right. Then I'm gonna hit Phantom Steed 1 or 4.
Okay. I mean,
I dragged it over, but it didn't do anything.
I'll
Maybe
do it.
maybe it's the second one. That's probably what it is. It's the second, probably, but I don't know. Go ahead. 4. Do 1 on 4 and 1 on 2.
Okay.
Poof.
1, 2. All right, they're both dead.
Alright,
All right. Anything else, Slash?
Well, since you asked, I'm going to spend 2 AP for an additional major action.
Okay.
Action Jackson, I don't take any difficulty for said action. And I'll leave the AP. So I'm going to target dude again.
hit him again.
No, I'm going to take 1 AP. I'm sorry. His difficulty is a 2. So, you never know. All right, 1 AP. All right, and I get a target number. There we go. Yes. Oh,
That's a hit.
it's a hit. Phew. Okay. Yep. Getting all the dice.
Well, there it worked. Kinda.
Holy Lord. Oh, I forgot to do the extra AP. That's fine. It's my. I don't care. I'll do it to the next one. Okay. Bloody mess. No effect. All right. I have
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Have you done any rerolls?
No.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do
I just-
any. Yeah.
I'm just making sure
Right.
because the rerolls don't do damage correctly on the creature.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you got 5 targets for your burst and 5 or 5 targets for spread.
So I'll drop a burst on that guy.
Okay.
Did it kill him?
No.
Take it. But it did critical. Bloody mess.
Nope.
No effect. Alright. And then let's see. 1 on you. 1 on you. Looks like they're dying now.
Yep,
Yep.
they're dead. You gotta take his miniguns away from you.
Yeah. And then I guess I had 4, not 3. So can I put
5.
the last one back? 5. Oh, can I put the last 2 in the big guy again?
Sure.
It dead yet?
No.
Dadgummit. I did hit a critical. No effect. All right. I guess that's me. I tried.
All right.
I didn't quite kill it.
All right. So we're technically coming to Eugene here, but Eugene did his actions, everything on the vehicle already. So we got the Brotherhood guy, the one that's with y'all. Now, is this one in the vehicle? Or is this the one that's... Which one is this? That's the question.
That's the one that's in. You said
one in the back.
He's number one.
Yeah, he's in the back with Jack.
Okay. So he's
So I
just,
guess he
his
just fires
regular-
on weapon. Personal. Yeah.
Yeah. Bring him over here so we got correct range. So he'll fire his laser rifle.
What's he shooting?
Nice.
He's shooting at the Phantom Stalker down.
Okay. All right. Okay.
There.
Yeah, that's fine. Number 1.
Yeah. Dealing 2 damage to it. And, of course, something went wrong with the sound effect there. I hate it. Why don't these things... They changed... Yeah, that's what it is. They changed some of the pattern. So I got to redo all my pattern matching.
No.
Alright. This one is on the vehicle. But do I have... I cannot access the actual vehicle weapon that way. So... Oh, I can do it this way. There we go. So he will also target the same one with the minigun. I got that one corrected. But I'm going to have to fix all the other guns at some point. Fire rate to 5, so additional 10 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good night.
Yep, I believe so. Except it didn't apply the damage. I wonder why. Well, we'll just drop it on there like it's one of the bursts, and it does it anyway. And he'll have to use one of the bursts, actually, because it wasn't enough to kill it. There we go. So that one is down. And the Brotherhood members in the other vehicle, they don't have any shots available because of their position. Another blood spitter. Let's see. This blood spitter comes running out from behind the barrier on the other side. It moves with surprising agility, jumping over the rusted vehicles, and from this vehicle here, from its hood, it leaps and lands where it is now, not touching any ground in between. They've got quite the reach on their jump. Switch back to... I don't know why, but I cannot actually select the OK on that. There we go. And now you're all underneath the vehicle. That's fun.
No worries.
This one's going to come up. I'm going to put him there, but he's technically closer. Well, I guess that is adjacent to the vehicle. So he's going to attack the vehicle. He's going to be using... he used his minor action to move, and now a major action to attack. And let's see, what will he use? I guess we'll go with claws. No, we're going to go with the bite. That one works. Holy cow. Error message.
Okay.
Let's look at, okay, it's got an issue on location for vehicle. Yeah, because it has no idea where to put that damage at on the vehicle. So, location-wise, he is near the front, so we're going to say it's called the chassis. The chassis is where you hit. And...
Ouch.
it reduces 12, which is exactly how much he dealt.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, he's got breaking and piercing.
He has breaking, yeah, and piercing.
Yeah. Let me pull those up. The piercing will ignore 3, so we'll get 3 through, and then the breaking...
1, 2, 3, 4...
Every effect.
5 damage reduction reduced.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, no, wait. So, piercing, he's going to ignore a lot more than just 3 on the piercing. He's going to ignore 15 on the piercing. So, all 12 damage is going through.
Yeah.
And then the breaking,
It destroys 5 points of armor.
yeah, going to damage type. But there's... so that doesn't really matter too much here because that's all this vehicle is armor. So once that area is destroyed, it's just going to have you guys exposed. Is really all it comes down to. So all 12 damage is getting through onto... nope, that's the wrong one. Both of these are named the same thing in the combat tracker. So I keep on putting the wrong initiative, wrong damage on the wrong vehicle. So the blood spitter took some extra damage there from bleeding.
Yeah, he's bleeding on the torso.
Yep. So the Brotherhood Paladin is going to drive their vehicle forward. They're going to bring up really close to your vehicle. And then Jack, your turn.
Right. Since the one that's injured is closer and I can actually shoot at it, I'm gonna have to get off the 5 because it's too close.
Yeah, so what you can do is just click on the vehicle button, switch back to your regular weapons.
Yep.
You don't need to worry about actually switching to the passenger.
Yes. And I'm gonna spend our last. I generate some. And I'm gonna luck that.
Okay.
A crit and a crit.
Yeah.
So it's reroll button and then click on the...
On the one you want to reroll. Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
And can only do that once. Okay. Yeah. Fine. I hit it. But... oh. Postal target.
Using combat rifle.
Yeah. Ah. So...
why is your combat rifle not showing up in your weapons list for me?
Calibrated long...
oh, calibrated.
Yeah, it's the really long one.
Yeah. I want a way to override those names. I really do. Alright, go ahead and roll damage. He resisted that. Your magazine slips out of the rifle. You'll need to take a major action to reload on your next turn.
All right.
All right. Anything else?
Let's see. Minor to swap, major to fire, and yeah. So, who else gets to do what?
Okay. All right. So we're on. I'm going to change the. Change that up. Actually, no, I should put Jack there. Eugene should be 0.2 along with the vehicle. But then the vehicle, that puts the vehicle up above Eugene.
Can I say something? I'm so sorry. That guy was dazed.
So, what?
There you go.
Number 2, blood spitter.
Yeah?
He was dazed.
Yeah, I gave you action points.
Right.
Okay, all right.
I got. I forgot about it, and
That's fine. Yeah, instead of, yeah, it's all good.
all right, Eugene. It is now you and the vehicle's turn. So, piloting, or would you like to focus on shooting, or split your focus?
I think I'm just going to pilot this round.
Okay.
I'm going to see, as I see that flare that I shot off going into the distance, I just kind of mutters, "That's Victorian Paladin." I'm going to keep, I'm going to try to get away from the spitter. Minor action to go. I'm trying to kind of go around the pole.
Okay. As you drive the vehicle that direction and move it away from that blood spitter, he is going to claw at the vehicle in an attack of opportunity attack. And yes, that is a hit. With what is the defense of this thing? I guess it's 3. No, it's 1. Okay, so 2 action points earned. And then damage. There it goes again. It doesn't know where to put the damage at. All right. Gonna roll a d20 this time. Got a 20. So right rear wheel. That makes sense the way you're driving away there. Let's see.
Yeah.
We've got piercing 1, so it's going to pierce 4, and breaking is more than enough. So the right rear wheel has 4 resistance, so it's only going to have 1 resistance this time, so 6 damage gets through. Bringing y'all to 18 wounds out of 50 on your vehicle.
Yep.
Still doing pretty good. All right, so that's a minor action to move. What else would you like to do?
All right, probably should have done this first, but I was preoccupied with that paladin. So if you're getting hit twice, I'm going to do defensive piloting. Not sure how far I can get. It's a...
Okay. All right, so defensive piloting. The vehicle moves a number of zones equal to its speed minus 1. So your speed is 2.
2.
So you can move 1 zone, so it's going to be another 5 squares. And then you got to do, if required to do, no terrain test needed. No, actually there will be a terrain test. Because you're trying to avoid stoplight posts and vehicles and all that.
Turbine.
But no other... there's not a test for the actual action itself, just for the terrain. So let me set the difficulty. Because you're in combat, and you're avoiding all that. So the difficulty is going to be a 3, but because of your careful piloting, it's going to bring it down to a 2. So go ahead and make a piloting test, please.
No, I wasn't doing careful piloting.
You weren't?
Defense.
No, it was defensive piloting. I'm trying to increase the vehicle's defense.
Oh, okay. Hold on. That changes things. So equal to its zone. Did I read the correct one originally, then I read the wrong one later? I think that's what happened. Yeah. Then makes an agility pilot test with a difficulty equal to the vehicle's size. So that's a 3. And if you succeed, the vehicle's defense is increased by 1. Okay. Now, make the agility piloting. Difficulty is 3 because that's the scale of the vehicle. And then if you succeed, you get an extra defense.
Okay, so agility pilot. I'm gonna cautious.
Nice.
And I'll luck the last one.
Okay.
So close.
Stayed the same. All right.
Oh well.
Well, you do succeed. You beat it.
So you need 2 or 3.
Well, I needed 3 for the size of the
needed
vehicle,
3.
right?
Yeah, my bad.
Yep.
You do not succeed after all. I don't know why I was thinking 2. You do get to move, so you are there, but you do not increase the defense. All right. Anything else?
Just need
I would
to.
like to request reorient the vehicle. That is.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I'm trying to face. I guess it would make sense to face just directly north as I'm rounding this pole.
Okay. Is there?
If I can squeeze out one more turn to the right, because I am trying to get the turrets to be able to target.
If you're facing
but that's up to you.
north, you got the right-hand minigun, or starboard side minigun. Can see them.
Okay.
But considering the way you moved, you had to go around to get around that pole and come back. No, the most I can give you is facing directly north right now.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be my goal, to turn as much as I can.
Okay.
All right, and that'll be it for me.
All right. I was looking because I think we can turn off the facing indicator. There. And now that one's upside down, but it's because he's going that direction. So now the front of the vehicles is the actual area, and we don't have to look for that very small facing indicator.
Very small.
Yeah, it's sometimes hard to see, like, oh, which way is it facing? Oh, there's the little small yellow triangle that blends into the background.
Right.
Yes.
It works better on the player tokens, but not so much on the big vehicles. But that does leave the question, like, how do we tell which way you guys are facing? But we'll worry about that some other time. All right, so that is Eugene and the vehicle. Slash. I'll just put you right there.
Okay.
Okay. What's your maneuver?
Got Blood Splitter 2 targeted. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I can't use Commando. All right. So I guess I'm gonna luck Two of these, and go from there.
Okay.
All right. All right. That's me. I'm not so good at the mini.
Oh, you did great with it earlier.
Yeah, I know.
Miniguns get a little hot.
Yeah, I guess so. Sorry,
This
fella.
is number one. He is not in a minigun. And so he will use his laser rifle.
Pew pew.
Missing. Number two is in a minigun. However, he will.
The wrong side.
Yeah, he's on the wrong side. Would he be able to maneuver? Yeah, he can. He'll maneuver inside the vehicle a little bit and fire out. Also missing. And then these guys. All right. So we pull them over. Let's do this. This is number 3. So number 3 is on a minigun. 2 is the one on starboard, right? Is what I said?
Right side, correct.
Yep. Okay, so number 3 is on minigun 2. He is going to target there.
Nice.
So that is something. Hold on. Did I do that? We'll keep that roll, but I'm testing something real quick. Yeah, I gotta have the vehicle target, even though it's them doing the shooting. So it's a difficulty 2. He got a 3. That gives you guys an action point. And now I forgot to throw in all the extra damage. That's okay. He's not doing much anyway. He's not a good shot with the thing. Just bring these guys over and we'll fix them up later. All right, number 4 is facing the wrong way, so he will just fire out of the vehicle with his laser rifle. Missing. Number 5 also facing the wrong way because he's on the 105mm cannon.
I don't know. Isn't he in the arc?
No.
All right.
The arc is about a 90-degree cone out front. Oh, the other one's in the arc. We'll redo that with the other one. I was not thinking about that one. That is a miss. All right. That is end of that round. Going to the top of the round. Bloodspitter 1. He is going to leap over the vehicles again. He's going to land on top of... Oh, come on. Let me hit the check mark. Apparently, I can't accept maneuvers on top of other tokens. We're going to split these up a little bit. Let's do that. Get him back. Maybe on top. There we go. So he's landing on top of the other Humvee. And he's going to bite down on it. That is a hit. It requires a 1. I got 3.
It's the engine.
Let's roll a 20. Oh, it did say engine there, didn't it?
Yep.
I guess it's just the damage that's having trouble finding the right location to hit. Well, it didn't that time. It didn't throw any errors that time. Interesting. It's your vehicle that gives the problem.
That. unfortunately seems to check with everything else.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me scroll down to the Brotherhood's vehicle. It took the damage correctly. Awesome. Let's see. He's got special abilities. May choose to make a deadlier claw attack by increasing the difficulty. Oh no, I've already done that, so I can't do that. Okay, so he is done. Close that. Alright, so this next one, he's going to be running up to you again. Actually, no, first he's going to use the acid spray. That's hit. Yeah, see, it doesn't have a location on yours. That gives me 2 action points. No, 3 action points. What happened? I used one by accident. There we go. I don't know what it got used on. Let's roll a d20. 10. And that is going to be the chassis again. So acid spray for that. And there's the error message because it's the player vehicle. Radioactive. Somebody look that one up for me real quick.
Looking.
This is energy damage.
Effect roll. Target also suffers 1 point of radiation damage. Is totaled separately after character normal. Okay. So, because the vehicle, does it take radiation damage?
Good question.
Well, looking at it, it has physical and energy, not have radiation things on it. Sure.
Yeah, it's immune to radiation. In the combat tracker, I get access to more information in the combat tracker than I do on the vehicle's character sheet.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's a wash there. No damage from that. He's going to rush forward with his minor action and then spend action points to take an additional major action.
Increase the difficulty by 1.
Yep. Wherein he will increase difficulty by 1 again. So it's going to be difficulty 3. But he's going to rend. A Bloodspitter may choose to make a deadlier claw attack by increasing the difficulty of the attack by 1. If it succeeds, the attack's damage increases by 2d6.
Okay.
So, he's also going to spend for additional d20 and another additional d20. So 2 d20s extra. That is 3. Yep, so he meets it. We'll let that critical fly, or that complication fly. We'll deal with it afterwards. And extra 2d6. So 1, 2. Oh goodness, the error message. Go away. Alright. Didn't do a whole lot more. Let's get the d20 in there for the location. That hits the rear tire again. So we get with the piercing 3. We're getting past 3 of the or piercing 1 times 3. Getting past 3, so there's only 2. So another 5 damage is coming through.
Effects also may reduce the damage reduction.
Yeah. So all 7's getting through, really.
Yeah, it's pretty much no protection on. Okay.
34.
Right.
34 of 50. You guys are going to have to do some repairs when this is all done. He's bleeding.
Yeah.
I'm going to double that damage for his complication. Which puts him at another 2 damage. So puts him there. He is not looking good.
Okay.
All right. The Brotherhood Paladin is going to keep the vehicle here. He doesn't want to give this thing a chance to try and attack them more, so he's just going to lean his weapon out and fire. Hitting
Good.
for no damage.
No. Fill that blank space.
All right, Jack, your turn.
All right.
Yeah.
Wish I could do this with 105. Anyways, so in the hopes that I can generate more. Whew. That's a hit.
Yeah, that's a hit. Beat it. Damage.
Right.
Resisted.
Oh, God. Okay. No, I should probably switch the hunting rifle. Alright, well. Nature. Don't have a minor I can do at the moment. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. All right, Eugene.
I'm going to ram this thing.
Okay.
Now, would I need to do a maneuver first? Yeah, that moves during its turn, can attempt a melee attack. So yeah, I would maneuver just straightforward, just hit the gas
Okay.
into this thing.
Yep.
And then ramming would be endurance pilot.
With a difficulty of 1. Let me set that difficulty. If the attack is successful, it deals the vehicle's impact rating as damage. All right.
Can I have an AP?
Sure. I'll take that too.
All right, and I'm assuming it's, if I do it from here, it's would just do endurance plus pilot without me doing anything. Going
Yeah.
straight from the ramming. Yeah, so let's see. Oh my god.
Nice. Awesome.
Nope.
So,
Last luck
All
point and cautious nature.
And cautious nature. Yep.
Oh, that's better. That's better. Better than 2 complications.
Golly.
All right. So you earn an action
Almost.
point on that.
We're a critical hit, and swoosh, and critical failures.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah, you would have lost the vehicle on those 2 complications.
Seriously.
However, there is going to be. Well, we'll get to that in a second. Eugene, drag the DC 6 from the dice selection on the bottom. Right click until you have 9 dice and throw them.
So drag. Too many tooltips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so that's 9.
Oh, you could have done
Is
it
that
from
right?
your. Yeah, that works. You could have done it from your the vehicle combat area. It has ramming under there. I didn't realize.
Yeah, that's what I used.
Oh, you did? Okay. All right. I was totally not focused on that at all. So yeah, that blood spitter gets smashed underneath your vehicle. The other one lets out a roar. As its partner gets killed. Now you're also your vehicle is going to take half of that impact damage rounded up because of the sheer size of these blood spitters. So you're taking 4 damage, bringing you to 38 out of 50.
Do you take damage, or it says damage? It's not a roll.
Yeah, it takes half of whatever the damage was.
All right, sweet.
All right. Anything else, Eugene? That was his ramming. It was a minor action. Then, yeah, I guess that was a major action technically. But you got action points, other stuff. Anything else you want to do?
Any way to turn the vehicle at all to get within firing distance of that other one?
Within arc.
Yeah.
You can spend the
His
action
movement?
points you got for a minor action to get another maneuver of 5 squares, and I would let you get turned around in that 5 square movement.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. And then, so yeah, go and right click, spend for minor action. Are you wanting to bring it to bear so that the 5mm, or not the 5mm, the 105?
105?
The 105 has arc.
Yeah.
Okay. That will bring it, wrong button, shift. Hold down shift. That will bring the miniguns will not have arc on this one anymore.
Yeah,
Just
that's
the
fine.
105.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Slash, who is on the right-hand side of the vehicle.
Yep. I'm going to, since there's not much of a right-hand side of the vehicle anymore, I'm going to lean out with my assault rifle and try to shoot this guy.
Okay. Target up and fire away. That is a hit and 1 action point earned.
I'm going to spend that action point for Tenderizer. Anybody that hits can add a extra damage dice to their attack. Assault rifle. Okay. Fire rate of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Commando 2. 1, 2. Alrighty. Dice.
All right. You have 2 bursts.
I'm gonna re-roll those empties.
What gives you that ability?
Luck.
Oh, you're doing luck. Okay.
Yeah.
I've not heard you say in addition to in a long time, so I've just been like,
Right. Yeah. I'm getting, I'm good enough on the dice. I'm getting those hits. I don't want to complicate anything. So.
yeah. All right, hang on 1 second. Let me correct the damage here, because you did 6 initially, and that did go through. I need to take 6 away. Bring it to that. Okay. All right.
Bloody mess. I'm gonna see if I get another crit. I do.
Okay. Where did you hit at on here? Right arm. Okay.
Right arm.
Okay.
What'd you roll there, Jack?
Right leg.
Right leg? Okay.
All right, and then 1, 2 burst. Wah. Oh, yeah, just 2 burst. Okay. Well, I guess I'll put both of those burst into this guy. I wonder if it'll. There we go. There we go. I got another critical hit.
Yep.
Nope.
All right. Nope. Okay.
All right. Anything else?
Yep, that's it for me.
Okay. This guy, he will have to lean out and use his laser rifle. That's a
Hey.
hit.
Add. Oh. I was going to say add another damage dice. But it probably doesn't matter.
Yeah, I tried to do it. It didn't roll. There we go. Yeah, not enough.
Right? Another. Okay.
The damage reduction these
Piercing.
guys have is,
Yeah. Stupid.
Yes.
yeah. Even at piercing 2 and 3 damage, it's not enough. Laser rifle. Not a hit. Alright, this guy, he is... I know we got one guy that's in a minigun, and the rest of them are not, so we'll do one minigun real quick. And that is a miss. And he's got him targeted already. Fire that. Hit.
Hey.
Needed 2, got 4. You guys got 2 extra points from there. No damage through. At least they're getting you some action points. That's a miss. Right, top of the round. The blood spitter. Let us do this. Gonna kill off 2 of my action points. And then the blood spitter screams and roars, gets his hands up underneath the vehicle and begins to lift it and pushes it off into the river down below. You hear the paladin and the initiates inside screaming and yelling as the vehicle tumbles, and the hood gets crushed in as it lands one side, and it continues to just flip and everything. And you hear a very mixed sound of metal crashing against solid ground mixed with the splash. The river's a bit shallow, but it still splashes in there, and it just crunches on the ground. And the screams fade out to the point of just a few here and there in between the monster screaming. You hear some noise of calling for help and everything. And just as a side note, these icons for the Humvees are a bit large. I know they doesn't look like he should have been able to do it, but the icons, I didn't make them bigger either. I forgot to make these guys big. They're supposed to be 4 squares. So, it is bleeding, so it takes some damage there. That is done. That is done. Jack, your turn.
Alright.
Look at all the blood.
Alright, so.
That was the vehicle token.
Yeah. So that's actually more oil and blood.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see. Swap. It's
That's
one
awesome.
for an additional miner.
Say again.
Is swapping, like, drop one weapon on the sling and just grab the 105? Is that a free action or a minor action?
Yeah, we'll call it free. There's not
Okay,
a
so
whole lot
minor
minor you can
280.
do while you're in there. Oh yeah, aiming. Yeah, okay. Yep.
And which accurate?
AP.
Yeah. And
Is it accurate?
yes, accurate breaking and piercing.
Nice.
D D D. Add. Okay. Actually, I can off on that. Do I actually hit it? Ah. Yes.
Hey.
That would be.
So what's the
Huh?
aim do for you? You get to re-roll or?
Reroll 1d20. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I was just, I just wanted to make sure I knew what it was again.
Just in case. Yeah, still.
Go and target the blood spitter
I
before you
did.
roll damage. You
I did. It's targeted from the vehicle.
No, you need to target it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just put it on for you. I don't know why. If I'm rolling, I got a target from the vehicle. Well, if you're rolling from your character sheet, you got a target from your character. I think that's what it is.
Okay, so add dice. Okay. Hope for number of effects. Okay.
You got
You
3 breaking.
3 effects in there.
Mm-hmm. So
Oh, and pierce.
Yep, piercing.
6 damage from Pierce, 3 reduction to its damage resistance. Okay.
So, yeah, all of that went through.
Whew.
The only
Cool.
thing I would say you may want to re-roll
Luck.
if you got luck. You may want to do those 3 of those blanks. You got 4 blanks, but you can do 3 of them if you want to.
3 and
All right, so let me correct the.
yeah, correct it, please.
Yep. So
So it's
he's not
dying.
dying, but you did do more damage. He has much more hurt there. And yes, because of your breaking, piercing, everything, you got all of that damage through.
Oof.
But a little bit less than what needed for dying because I have to correct for that 11 or that double damage.
Yeah.
The double. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when you guys re-roll damage, like the first roll of damage, it applies that damage, and then if you re-roll it, it applies the entire total again. So I have to go back and remove the first total.
Oh, that's silly.
That's yeah.
But it's an easy one to do. That one's not as bad as some of the other issues we've seen.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Anything else, Jack?
No.
Eugene.
It's funny.
Mhm.
Launching something the size of your arm into this thing, still standing.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you didn't hit it. It's the shockwave that's damaging it as the bullet flies past it. Or as the shell flies past it. Because that's the thing.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Especially at the size you're working with. Anyways.
Yeah. All right, Eugene, Mr. Pilot.
I am going to throw this puppy in reverse
Okay.
and use a minor action to just get some distance.
Okay. Vroom, 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 vroom. I got to put sound effects in for the vehicles if we're going to use them more. Just have a constant vehicle running noise in the background on the playlist.
Yeah.
And I'm going to lean out and try to fire on this thing with my Laser rifle.
Okay. Jack and Slash, when it comes to y'all's turn again and you fire anything, try to roll it from the record I just shared and see if it'll use the vehicle's target instead of your target then. And then we'll know, like if you're firing from your record sheet, you got a target. If you're firing from the vehicle's record sheet, it targets. So because you did pilot and you're splitting focus, the difficulty is going to increase by 1. But make sure you target from your character because you're using your weapon and not the vehicle's weapon. And then go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, 14. What is your laser gun's range?
I'm pretty sure it's long.
Oh, it's close.
It is close.
Yeah, that's what it says. You don't have it modified to a rifle? I thought we had it modified to a
I
rifle.
should have it. Troubleshooter's tactical.
I'm looking at the wrong one. I was looking at the gun.
Yeah, I think I got a pistol too, but
yeah,
the rifle's long.
Long. Okay. All right, go for it.
I'm gonna borrow an AP.
Okay.
I really do need to get you the arm cannon. Later issue.
Energy weapons. Here we go.
Looky.
Holy.
All right.
All right. Wow. So I'm not going to worry about it for this particular roll, but in the future, until you get a better hand, you're firing with your offhand, aren't you? Unless you're in your power armor.
He's driving.
Yeah, am I able to? Oh yeah.
I just thought
it's
of it
a
right
two-handed
now.
weapon.
Yeah, so we'll have to increase your difficulty until you get a 5-finger prosthetic. Anytime you're doing anything outside of your power armor, with the exception of driving the vehicle, because that doesn't really require the whole 5-finger thing. But firing weapons and such, you'll be either firing with your offhand or using 2 hands, with the second hand not really being a fully articulable hand. We'll be increasing difficulty for that by 1 until you get it fixed.
Okay.
But of course, if you're in your power armor, then you're connected into an actual articulable prosthetic then, so it's not a problem then.
Right.
But that will apply forward. We will not apply it backwards on this one. So you guys earned 4 action points there. That was a really good roll. Damage.
Okay. What's the fire rate on this thing? Fire rate's 3. Okay.
+1 for vulnerable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So troubleshoot is automatic. So grab these. 1, 2, 3 for the fire rate. 1 more for vulnerable. All right.
Not bad.
No, I've got concentrated fire. So if you want, I can try this. When I right click what I rolled here, that 8, there's an option to negate value. So if that negates the damage that was just applied and then I re-roll, it would add on what it should be, right?
Potentially, yeah.
Do you want to try that, or do you want to just manually remove it for now?
No, go ahead and try it. Let's see what it does. I know where he should be at without that damage.
Okay, so I'm right-clicking anywhere where all these dice are, and then negate value. So now it switched to a -8.
Huh.
Did it do anything to the...
No, it didn't do anything here.
Okay.
So you're re-rolling that blank one is what you're planning to do?
Yeah.
All right. I'll just go and do the math right now so he's ready to accept your re-roll at any time.
Okay. I'll re-roll single one.
Still blank.
Yep.
Okay.
However, you got burst. You got burst?
Yeah. Remember the gun that you gave me?
Uh-huh.
The laser gun? Yeah, I gave it to him, and he took the
Automatic
that
barrel.
mod off. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
stripped that thing for parts.
So you got 4 bursts. I'm just going to drag them over one at a time here. Why is it not applying? It should apply.
Trying
Grab
to...
the second damage. Grab the second damage.
I did.
Oh, okay.
it's applying zeros.
Yeah, it's applying 0 all around for some reason. What did that one do?
Not taking.
Still applies it. Yeah, it should be applying because it's still piercing.
Right.
All right, so 3 times 12, or 3 times 4 is 12, which will kill it.
Yay! Eugene.
Okay,
Just
that...
sitting here in reverse with the mirror offhand.
Yeah, that mirror became your second hand for the 2-handed weapon there. All right. As it dies, it lets out a roar as it backs up. Your burst goes into it. It's pushing backwards, and it falls off the edge as it dies. You're no longer hearing any noise coming from the vehicle down below. Would you like to inspect down below?
yes.
Is there a winch? Is there a winch or anything on this Humvee?
It does have a winch, yes.
All right.
As you get closer, let's see. Let me do this correctly here. Number 5, number 4, and number 3. As you get closer, you hear an explosion. As flames come up from where the vehicle landed and shakes the bridge continues to collapse a bit more. And as you get at the edge, you see that the vehicle itself did explode. The flares are beginning to die out a bit more as they're getting closer, so you're losing light quickly.
Fire off another one.
You throw. Okay, I just changed it.
It's all right, man.
You throw up another one. The vehicle down below it's gone. You see marks kind of on the edges where some creatures were at. You see a few footprints of the blood spitters. And as you look closer, you see there what you saw earlier, Eugene, drag marks. There are now, for sure, you see drag marks from where that first paladin went down. You do not know where they go because at some point they kind of just, the drag marks disappear, like he's potentially being carried. But then the tracks themselves end up on top of concrete, and so you're unable to track it any further without taking some serious amount of time to look into it. However, you see across the way on the other bridge, the rest of the column has reformed over there, and they're making their way across. And your radio crackles to life. Brimstone 1 to Merc Unit 1. What's your status? Over.
Taking casualties. Need vitals or comms on, and I'll just, from anybody from that truck.
Okay. Over the radio, you hear Brimstone 1 going back and forth with Raven Watch. They attempt using the specific call signs of the units, of the men that were in that unit, or in that Humvee, and they were unable to raise anybody on it. Unfortunately, none of them had any kind of pit boys. The signal that they were getting from the Humvee itself is obviously gone, since the Humvee has been destroyed, and they had no other remote monitoring system on the individual people themselves. You guys having the pit boy and being able to monitor you is a fairly unique situation in the Brotherhood.
And I'm assuming the Paladin had comms and there's no response.
Correct.
Right. I asked the same for the Paladin that got drugged before the fight started.
Yeah, they've been trying him as well. There's no response from anyone that had built-in comms from that unit. And the one guy who's carrying the the external radio and everything, he's with you. He jumped into y'all's Humvee when things went to the fan.
Okay. All right. I report we're down one Humvee. Other Humvee suffered significant damage. And you said I did see the rest of everybody are showing up.
Yeah, they're on the. If you go north on the map, there's another bridge up there. They're moving across that bridge now, and you know that if you continue west, you'll find a way to cross back over and meet up with the column again, fairly quickly.
Okay. So I'll relay back to base. Need to stop for repairs. Request convoy to stop and regroup.
They send you coordinates for that to happen at. At this point, we don't need this map anymore, so we'll bring it down. We're going to go back into the Texas map, and you've made it to about there. At this point, the convoy does meet up with you again. Your vehicle's running a little bit slower, but they have already begun setting up a small camp area where they have circled some of the Humvees around so that some miniguns are facing out, and a couple of the Humvees are behind that first circle with the 105 millimeter facing outward. So they got a mixture of both weapon types facing forward. And then a lot of these smaller vehicles just have a couple of, miniguns mounted, like a pickup truck has one minigun mounted on the top of it. They've got those kind of spread throughout the encampment here. And they have a small way for your vehicle to get in so that you can bring it into relative safety and begin repairs on it. What would you like to do?
Being the inside of my power armor.
Okay.
Because I think I might have tinkled a little bit when the thing started yelling at us.
Anyways. Yeah. I can assist with repairs if you want.
That would be good.
All right. So I'm going to add a couple things to the cargo. Using ammo does not seem to work with vehicles yet. I don't know if they'll ever do that or not. But that's something we'll have to do manually if we really want to keep up with it. Which I kind of don't want to. That's a lot of math to do. But we'll decide on that depending on how much we actually use vehicles, because I can't just give you unlimited 5mm ammo necessarily.
105, yeah. We can raid a few bases, but I expect they've been raided already.
Yeah. I do want all of you to subtract 2 charges from your power armor for the maneuvering and everything that you've done with the getting that temporary bridge set up. So 2 charges from the power armor fusion cores. I've already subtracted fuel from the vehicle itself. And then...
And did we get a chance to recharge the cores base?
Yeah, we'll say you recharge your core to maximum, and then from there take it down by 2.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to create a vehicle repair kit. Cost is going to be significantly more because vehicles are very rare. But it's going to have this same principle as all the robot repair kits and everything we've used. However, because the vehicle has a much larger hit point value, not that much larger actually. Okay, yeah, we're just going to keep it the way it is. We'll see how it works. Going to put that in. Oh, come on, it won't let me do it. Okay. Here, I will share it so you guys can see it. But the item in the cargo is not actually going to link to it correctly.
Fine.
And then as you use those repair kits, you can also use your repair skill to increase the repair.
Okay.
So basically, that would add to the repair.
Yeah. It has all the pertinent tools and everything. Some of them one-time use. Others are like you got that makeshift welding torch. That could be considered a one-time use because it's makeshift, and there's one packaged into each of the repair kits. So if you had gone through with your plan of taking a support beam from that building, you would have essentially used up one of the repair kits because you took a part out of it that was necessary. But
Noted.
So you have that, and then, like I said, it'll go off of the standard repair. I'm sorry, using the repair skill the same way you use the healing skill. And for some reason, I'm having a hard time remembering there, that first aid. Typically equal to the number of injuries. So you would heal HP equal to your repair rating on the vehicle. Plus.
And then plus the 4, yeah.
Plus the 4, yeah. All right. So we are going to start winding down here. This adventure you guys have set out here on for the Once More Into the Breach is probably going to be a multi-session thing. Just so you're aware. A lot of back-to-back combat.
No problem.
It's going to be a slog.
Killing fest.
I am going to add the 105mm. We're going to keep up with that one for sure.
Yeah, that's what, 50-pound round every time you fire it?
Yeah.
How many rounds does it have?
I gave you 30.
Okay.
We'll go from 30 and say you had however many you fired right now is what you had originally, 30 whatever what you fired, and now you're down to 30.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, we'll go and wrap it up there for the stream. At least we got maybe a little bit of talking to do afterwards. But you guys you're now at a small encampment that the Brotherhood set up. They got all the vehicles facing outwards with all the big guns or as many big guns as they can, considering the arrangement of the weapons on the Humvees. As many big guns as possible facing outward. And for the moment, all seems quiet. But they are setting up to have a short downtime while you guys effect emergency repairs on your Humvee until you head out deeper into the exclusion zone next session. So, and speaking of next session, session 45, April 26th. Is everybody good with that?
Oh,
That's gonna be a no-go for me.
Right, that's right. My bad.
Yep, no game.
I totally
you're good.
forgot about that. So, not the 26th. It's going to be, we're going to go and skip that. We're not going to worry about a makeup session. We're going to go for the 10th. So,
Right.
May 10th will be the next Fallout session.
As far as I know, everything's good with that.
All right.
Yeah, that should work for me.
Sweet. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I don't have.
we definitely need everybody for this with what's coming up.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun though.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the cargo. Okay, I see it now.
Yeah.
All right. So, stream, we'll see you all next time. Some more X4 on Monday, and then we do have the following Sunday would be more D&D. And then, yeah. So until next time, thanks for watching. See you later.
Later. See you now.
See y'all.